Hello, 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 everyone. I hope everyone is doing good. Welcome back, welcome back. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. This is your favorite show, the Y chromosome round table, the place where men can really talk about mental health issues without anyone judging them, without anyone fighting with them, without anyone saying all sorts of nasty things against them. So as you guys can see that this is our third session. I'm your host. My name is Thabo Paul Okastigahatebe Upunganum Timkulu Mashiamahle kwangathi azawushumayela mafuza afulele okwelifu lemvula umashwabato washwabatela inkomo nempondo zayo. Imagine ilifu lemvula and it's raining, it's pouring outside, guys. So today we are doing part 2 of help, help, help. I am so depressed. And today I'm hoping to have my guests online. I'm hoping to have at least one of my guests. He was here with us. He just had to sort out his connection. But while we continue waiting for him, I will get the show going. I'll get started with whatever I need to do. And I'm hoping if he's watching, he'll be able to then step in. Remember, guys, you can always comment on Facebook. You can comment on YouTube as well. Also, remember to add me on Facebook. My name is Thabo Paul August Khatebe. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Thabo Paul August Khatebe. Guys, we are leaving no stone unturned. We are asking men to step in. If you want to participate in this conversation today, do hit us up. We do have a WhatsApp number, and I'm hoping I'll be able to put that number on screen now. You know what? I'm doing technical stuff, guys. I'm looking for a producer. I'm looking for someone to help me produce this show. I'll teach you what you need to learn. You can teach me what you know. But if you want to participate, hit us up. So if you want to send us a WhatsApp, here's our number. Send me a WhatsApp. If you are in America and another country internationally, you can enter the code +27 78937 But if you're local in South Africa, do hit us up on 078 I can quickly even send you the link to this show if you want to join us online, and I'll make sure that you have a splendid time. Yes, I've got a friend of mine. I can see he's here. He's a man of God. He's a preacher of the word. He's been doing this, I don't know for how long. So I just want to introduce him to you guys. I hope you'll be able to hear him. I hope you'll be able to see him. And his name is Pastor Devon Hoba. I love this man. He's a worshiper. Guys, it's gonna be epic, epic. Let me just try get him on, and let's see if everything is happening on his end. Let's see. Let's transition through. Pastor D, can you hear me? You're live, dude. You're live. Can you hear me? I think you've muted yourself. Try to unmute yourself, my friend. He did tell me that he's struggling with his connection. I hope you guys can hear him. I definitely know that you can't see him yet, uh, but you'll be able to probably hear him. Okay, let me just keep talking while he's sorting his audio out. So, guys, I've been thinking about everything that's been happening. I mean, I had a lovely chat the other day with a colleague of mine, and we were talking about the whole issue of mental health. We were speaking about the whole issue of mental health and what it is actually doing to men on a large scale. So, guys, we I don't want to sound pessimistic, but we as men are in trouble. We are in trouble because our boys are looking up to us. I'm so sorry, guys. Everything's working. don't know why stuff is breaking. Our boys are looking up to us. They are looking at us. They are seeing us trying to make it work, and it's difficult to actually make it work. And as a result, many of us are actually undergoing different kinds of mental health issues without knowing. And I'm stressing it out because the thought of being under immense pressure, the thought of suffering from mental health issues and not knowing about it causes the hairs on the back of my neck to stand. And I'm a victim of that myself because I've been suffering with from depression without even knowing it, from anxiety without even knowing it, to a point that even the slightest thing that happens in my household triggers me. So I really feel glad that God gave me this opportunity to talk to men. And guys, please hit us up. I mean, don't be quiet. We spoke last week about depression, what it does to our emotions, what it does to our bodies, what it does to our families. We spoke about what people can do, and if you've tried to utilize the tips that I gave last week, hit us up, tell us how it went for you. If you've got other tips, also please let us know what you've been doing to deal with that. I know it's not just men who suffer from mental health issues. Women suffer from mental health issues as well. I know, guys. There there is no shame in saying that I'm suffering. There's absolutely no shame in saying, okay, I don't know. Can you guys, I hope you guys can still hear me, but I see my audio is still fine. There is no shame in raising a hand and saying, I need help. Like in Zulu, Nzoti Aliki Hlazo. Guys, you need to raise that hand and tell us, or tell someone at least, that you have issues as the mental health. Guys, please hit us up. Please don't sit and relax. Hit me up. Tell me to send you the link. I'll send you the link now, Foot. I'll send it to you now as well so that you can join the conversation and tell us your experience mental health. Today is our part 2 of this conversation, and we'll be dealing with other people's experience concerning mental health. Kungabi a situation yomtu oy1. Did you know that another big thing that men are suffering from, Bafetu, it's called narcissism. Narcissism. I, I'm, I looked up the other day the definition of narcissism. Let me try find it again. Um, what is a narcissist? And all of that has to do with us as men being cornered into a place where we have to always prove our manhood to a point ukuthi nanoma when you are wrong, you can't accept that you are wrong. You're always defending yourself. You're always fighting. I don't know if Pastor Devon is now able to join us. Let me just see. Unmute yourself, my friend. Unmute yourself. I hope you can hear me where you are. Guys, it's difficult to manage the live stream and manage your guest at the same time. I would love to let me just see if he's coming all right. If he's not coming all right, it's also fine. You won't hate me, guys, ne? You won't hate me at all. Let me find that definition. Right, guys. So when you think about your father, if you grew up with your dad around, if you think about him, right? Really, if you look at the symptoms that I was citing the other day, the sleepless nights, aggression, like being shouted at for no apparent reason, we thought that was how children are supposed to grow up. I mean, everything you do is your fault. You get like dad comes in after work. He doesn't want to be bothered. Mom knows that dad doesn't want to be bothered. The kids must be far away. Um, that man was going through mental health, guys. It was not just an issue of being tired. How can you have a family and not want to spend time with your family? You know, if you feel I'm wrong, tell me that Mr. Okas, Mr. Khatev, I feel like you are wrong. But in all honesty, this is a sign that mental health has always been there. It's just that it has not been openly spoken about like it is supposed to be. If it was, there would be men who are still alive today who wouldn't have killed themselves. There'll be men who are still fending for their families. There'll be men who are still walking around, loving on their wives, loving on their children. But because of the fact that a lot has happened in the lives of men, you find that some of these men are struggling. Okay, I don't know if Mr. Khoba can hear us now. Mr. Khoba, can you hear us? And are you able to speak to us? Unmute yourself, sir, so that we can hear that you are here. Yeah, guys, I love live, but sometimes it's a bit difficult. All right, guys, hang in there while I try to get him online. You see, now I look funny. everybody. Ish. Today I'm experiencing all kinds of technical difficulties. So when I came in, we didn't have electricity. Electricity came back at 4. I set up for the live stream, and just now when I was busy, I don't know if it was something that happened. Yeah, but it's fine. Right. Let me just finish off, guys. And then I'll have my guests again on another day. I hope it's fine with you. Don't be angry at me, guys. Now, let's talk here. Now, a narcissist. I was talking about a narcissist or narcissism. A narcissist is a person who has an excessive interest in or admiration of themselves. Narcissist. So a narcissist is somebody who can never take correction. You know, I think my pastor friend is back. I hope he is, because that's like now the third time. Third time's a charm. Let's see if he is around, and let's see if his connection is okay. Just wait for me a little bit when I speak to him and just find out, is your connection okay, sir? Guys, you know what? These are technical things. Né? So you must understand that we're trying to talk to you wherever you are, and that's not easy at all. It's very difficult. Let me try put him on, and let's see if you guys will be able to hear him. Mr. Pastor. Shame, guys. No, you know what? The devil is a liar. He doesn't want you guys to hear him. But it's not the end of the world, guys. It's not the end of the world. I will make an arrangement with him for him to come onto the show so that you guys can actually chat with him. All right. So that he can share his thoughts on things. So let's just continue with our show today on narcissism. Many men don't think they are narcissists. Honestly, guys, like many men don't think they are narcissists. A lot of us don't think that we are narcissists. We don't. As a matter of fact, a lot of us think everyone else is a narcissist. I want that to simmer. Remember, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Tabo Paul August Katebe, and also add me on Facebook. Let's keep the conversation going. Many people don't think they are narcissists. All right, we all think we are okay until somebody who's not afraid of us tells us that we are narcissists. Like, think about it. And you see narcissism, especially when someone is blamed for something. Ask ask any married man, especially when we are under pressure to do certain things, and then we are called out on either performance issues, not in the bedroom. I'm talking about generally, where we were supposed to do something and we ended up not doing something, we did something else instead. See what a man does. See what a man does. Because narcissism teaches us that we are never wrong. And that is a big thing, because when you can't admit your fault, you can't admit you're wrong. Now I'm talking to men harshly. We respond to these things. We respond through violence. We respond through threats and aggression because we cannot accept that we are wrong. But let me tell you, you are wrong sometimes. And let me tell you, most of the time you are wrong. Accept it. And dealing with it will help you understand that failing does not mean that you're useless. Failing does not mean that you are worthless. Failing does not mean that you cannot do anything. Failing simply means that, one, you were ill prepared for whatever you needed to do. Failing also means that it wasn't the right time for you to do it. So it's got no bearing whatsoever on you as a person. Nothing. It's got no bearing whatsoever on you as a person. So being a narcissist, it causes you to struggle to accept that failure is part of being human. All right. No. I'm not going to talk about ladies because I don't want a big debate. But if you struggle to accept that you are wrong, then know that you are a narcissist. You can't be wrong at all. You know. So how can you tell if somebody has, or rather, somebody is a narcissistic personality? Right. These are the symptoms. These are the signs. One, a grandiose sense of self-importance. Like you put yourself on a pedestal. And that pedestal you put yourself on is a pedestal that is so high that even when we tell you that you are wrong, you would rather lose relationships than accept that you're wrong. Narcissism is so prevalent that when someone is a narcissist, we cannot tell that they are a narcissist. We just think that they are confident in themselves sometimes. All right. This is the first symptom. It's grandiose sense of self-importance, like you've overrated yourself. You live in a fantasy world that supports your delusion of grandeur importance. So you live in this world that everyone who comes into contact with you must worship the ground you walk on. That's another issue. I mean, because if you're a narcissist and then you find somebody who will not care about uh, your narcissism, but will be straightforward and tell you, especially a boss. And now you've got a boss who will tell you when you are wrong without even feeling pity or sorry for you, without even thinking about how to tell you, you know, who will just put you on a bright grill and fry you there. Then your world comes crumbling down, and then you feel like everyone hates you, but you just had an encounter with one honest person who is not willing to back down. Number three, someone who's got a narcissistic personality needs constant praise and admiration. Oh, this one is tough, guys. It's tough. This one, it's tough, and I know you will struggle to watch me. You know, it's extremely tough. So I see that my friend is here, but I want to continue at some point this conversation on narcissism. Right. Let's try see if we can get him through. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. Pastor, unmute yourself then. Ah, yes. I think he's still muted. Let's see. Let's see if I need to add you to the actual scene. Can you hear me? Are you able to hear me? I don't know what's going on now. I really don't know what's going on, guys. Yo. You can hear me. Okay, let me just try fix. Let me try fix the screen quickly now, Mr. Man of God. Let me try. I think you're not on yet because of the screen, and I'm trying to fix it. It's not allowing me to fix it. Can you believe it? Yo, you're speaking um very loudly, but I can't hear you. What's going on here? Okay, I'll be I'll be with you just now. Just now. Guys, I hope you don't mind me trying to fix what's happening here. These are technical issues. Really big technical issues. I need to fix my screen. It's just that I've got this thing moving here. Just try put you Yo, the cap. Let me try put him on. Even though it doesn't look nice, I'm gonna fix it. Don't worry, I'll fix it. Let's transition in and see. Pastor,
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. One, two,
I
three.
can't hear you.
One, one, two, three.
I
One, two,
don't know
three.
why. I really don't know why.
All right, let me try on my side. Uh,
You've unmuted yourself, ne?
yes. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? One, two, one, two.
Let me
One,
try
two,
remove
three, four,
something
five.
here.
One, two, three, two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine,
You are
10.
live, but I can't hear you. And I could hear you earlier. I don't know why I can't hear you anymore. Let me just have a look quickly. Let me just have a
One,
look
two,
at
three,
my
four, five.
audio settings.
One, two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four, five. One, two.
Okay, I can't hear you.
Ah, okay.
Can you hear me?
And yes. Yes, I can. Let's have a look here. Let me see
I
on my
think I'll have
side.
to sort out your audio. Oi. Guys, somebody who knows how to operate EV Max inbox us, tell us. But I can not hear you. I can see you, but I cannot hear you. I don't know if it's got to do with your connection, but we will see what is happening here, guys. Guys, I'm trying to win this fight and I'm not winning. I am not winning. He's back. I've got my fingers crossed. I hope we can hear him this time. Oh, he's gone again. Woo! His internet connection, guys. Please forgive him. Don't stone him. Right. I see you, but I'm wondering if I can hear you.
Shall overcome. We
And we see your shirt for some reason.
we shall.
Not, guys. I might have to try it again. I'll have to try again. I'll have to try. Let me just see. Talk to him quickly. Okay. Let me go on and see if he comes back on. So I was giving you the symptoms for narcissism. All right. Um. Okay. Looks like he's back. It's like Christmas
Nothing
lights.
yet?
On, off, on, off, on, off. No, I think he's also experiencing load shedding. I really suspect he's experiencing load shedding as well. But that's the beauty of
Only
life,
at
guys.
6.
It's real. We are here. We can't fake this. We can't pretend like everything is going according to plan. Nothing is going according to plan today. Lift your camera a little bit. I can see the bottom half of your face.
This part.
Just a little bit.
Okay. Must I go
I
back
really
up
hope and pray,
like
guys,
that?
that you can hear Pastor D. I really hope and pray, but I can't hear him, and it's going to be difficult
Can you hear
to
me now?
engage him if I can't.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can we hear me now? Can you 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 hear me now?
Okay. And you know what,
Okay.
Devin? Everyone can hear you when you are speaking. I'm the only one who can't,
Oh,
and
okay.
that's terrible. That's very terrible. Let me try Seam if I can hear you if I connect elsewhere.
Okay.
Talk to them. Talk to them while I'm busy here.
So they can hear me. Okay. Hi, guys. Such an honor for me to be here with Pastor Tabo. Such an amazing topic that we are discussing, especially around men. You know, it's so important that we as men start communicating, start talking about these things that actually affects us. And it's such a privilege to be here. Pastor Tabo, any sound check yet? Nothing yet? Yeah. So yeah, I wanted to join today. As I joined the few sessions before, and you know, it related to what you know is happening with men, but you know, it relates to myself as well. So that's why I wanted to, you know, find an opportunity somewhere somehow to join Pastor T and just making sure that we get, you know, knowledge out there and make this, you know, awareness of what's actually going on with men, which is so important, and that we cannot ignore it. It's as simple as that. We just cannot ignore it, because when we look at our society today, you know, it's all related to the man. It's all related to the man. And if the man is not fulfilling his purpose, then all of what is going on in our society and in our communities takes place, you know. So it is important that we focus on the man child, you know, focus on the, you know, there's this thing about, you know, focus on the girl child, which is great, nothing wrong with that in and of itself. But in reality, the boy is where the focus should really be. Education of the boy, taking care of the boy, men coming and teaching boys on how to become men. But that is such you know, a hard thing to do in our society, because the men are struggling. So how can they teach the boys, you know? And so platforms like this is absolutely important for us to start educating ourselves and start talking to each other and start getting it out there, you know. So super excited to be here and to participate in some capacity and in some form. Also, the importance of highlighting what's going on with men, um, depression being one of them, and depression simply just being something that is a symptom of, you know, mental health. um, the importance of recognizing it and then admitting it, because only then can we start to talk about it. Whoa, I just heard myself there. I just heard myself like a chipmunk. Oh, I just heard myself there. I just heard myself like a chipmunk. So funny. So funny. There's a delay. There's a delay. So again, so important that we have this platform, and that we talk to each other, and it's important that men talk to men, because sometimes women want to talk to men and talk about men issues, but unfortunately, you know, you're not a man. And so the way you rationalize things and the way you make decisions regarding men and how men are supposed to behave, etc., it's off, you know, sometimes, most of the time. So this platform is necessary and important. Pastor T, can you hear me now? Pastor T, can you hear me now? Not yet. Not yet. You muted. You muted. There's a delay. There's a delay. There's a delay. There's a delay. You are muted. Can you hear the? It's going funny. It's like. Can you hear the? It's going funny. It's like. Muted. 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 Can you hear me? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Where is your mic? Preach, preacher. Am I still live? Because this is kind of, going to be out there for the world to see. So anyway, I couldn't hear what Pastor Tabo was talking about before I joined the session. Um, and hopefully he will just repeat himself in some capacity.
Technology is showing us flames.
Yes, yes. Now I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, you can hear me now. But I'm the one
Yes.
who can't hear you.
You are muted.
That's where the problem is.
You muted.
Maybe you must shout. I'll hear you. I don't know. Because I
No,
don't have
I hear
audio
you.
from you to me. Let me
Oh, okay.
see. Let me make another plan. I don't know what you were saying, but I agree with everything you were saying. You're 100% right. Now,
Yes,
Devin, while
thank you.
I'm busy
Yes,
trying
yeah,
to sort everything out,
yeah.
tell everyone, I don't know if you've already done this, about your experience with mental health issues. Okay, share
Yeah,
what you've seen or gone through personally.
yeah.
And I'm hoping that my prophetic gift will kick in
Eh,
to be able
Kadarabasho.
to.
Eh, Kadarabasho.
Now I can hear you.
Yes. Oh, I can hear.
Oh,
Oh, I can hear.
can
There's
you
a
hear me?
delay, but I can hear you. I can hear you. There's a delay, but I can hear you. I can hear you.
That's weird. I can hear you now as well. Let me try see if I
Good.
I need to cancel
Good.
the the echo.
Yes, if that's possible. Now you gone. Okay. In the meantime, let me just tell you about my experience with depression. I think I've when I was thinking about this thing, I've based on my personality type, which is melancholic. We are really detail oriented, and I've always been focused on the details of my life. And I think I've been struggling with depression for a long time. Having had three attempted suicide, moments, because I was focused a lot on what was going on in my life when I was very young, with what's happening. Re- what are you saying? I can't hear you. You gone. You gone again. Okay, can I continue? Okay. Yeah, so, like I said, very young, from the age of 10, 11, 12, already starting to experience these depression, thoughts and suicidal thoughts from a very young age. And like I mentioned, tried to commit suicide before I got born again, and then a couple of times after I got born again, because I continued to struggle with just capturing my thoughts, capturing my mind, and making sense of my world, making sense of what was going on around me. So as a teenager, I struggled with depression big time. Feelings of loneliness, feelings of insecurity, feeling that I'm not good enough, and that everything would be fine without me. People didn't need me. Um, and as I grew up, becoming a man, becoming a husband, and a father, I think eventually that pressure, that society puts on you also started to affect me. And recently, like late 2021, I had a mental crack, not a break, but a crack, where I was just everything in my life was so overwhelming, which was happening in my household, and it just like it became too much. And I was cleaning one day, I was sweeping, and my wife said something. She didn't do anything wrong, and I just snapped. I just snapped, and I was screaming and just going on like a mad person. And then afterwards, I realized, oh, I know what happened now. I had a little crack. All the pressure was too much for me,
Yo.
and you know, I started to just recognize what was going on in my life. I recognized it. And funny enough, I was starting to record a video series on mental health issues, and I recorded the first episode. And just after that first episode, that's when that crack happened, where I was just like, you know what, it was too much, and there was a final nail in the coffin, thing, and I just blurted it out, and I just really hammered my wife, um, which was which is wrong. And that's what happens when you don't deal with your stuff. That's what happens when you don't talk to with about what's going on in your head and what's happening in your head. You just the people around you gets hurt as well. Yes, you hurt yourself, but it reflects, and it's going to impact your wife, and it's going to impact your children. It's going to impact those that come into contact with you. You know what I mean? So that has been my experience. And ever since then, I've been really engaging with my mind, really engaging with resources, and getting my way of thinking right, and working on my mind, talking to my wife, letting my wife understand what's going on in here, and not just letting her assume that I'm okay. But then I would come to her and say I'm physically tired, and I'm not feeling well, and but I'll get through it. But at least she knows, okay, Devin is feeling like this today, or that's been happening in his mind, and he shared it with me, and that helps a lot. So that's been my experience when it comes to my constant struggle with depression. Less and less, but it always comes up. It always pops up, right? That's why my worldview needed to change in how I look at my environment, how I look at
Okay.
who I am as a man, so that I can recognize, oh, this is not part of who I am as a man, so I don't need to focus so much on that. Or this is not part of my worldview, so I'm not gonna engage with that. And that has helped a lot. But communicating is the key. It's Without that, you're gonna be stuck. I mean, we recently heard the news of another celebrity who killed himself. A very famous celebrity, DJ
Mm.
Switch, who was on the Ellen DeGeneres show, a very talented dancer, and he shot himself. Like
Okay. Sure.
everything is fine. His smile was great. Everyone is shocked because he was fine, and then he goes and shoots himself. What happened? It's because I don't know the situation in his life, but what I do can relate to is that the smile is there, but in here I'm cracking, I'm breaking, it's falling apart in here, and I'm trying to keep it all together, and I'm trying to make things happen, and I'm trying to hold, but eventually you just break. Luckily, I didn't break. I had a crack, so I
Sure.
could fix it a little bit, but a break happens, and I understand that, because then you don't feel anything. Then you don't want to feel anything. Then you just want everything to stop. So I never judge people who kill themselves. Never. Because I've been there. I've been
Yeah.
close to that. So I cannot say to that person, oh, and especially we church people telling them, oh, they're going to go to hell. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. They're born again,
Mm-hmm.
but they just had a mental break. Like, I personally believe Judas is with Jesus. He walked with the guy for 3 years. He made a mistake. And the pressure of that mistake that he made caused his mind to break. And that's why he killed himself. But, and so we need to
And
start
I mean,
understanding. Yes.
oh, so sorry to cut you in there. So I want to just backtrack a little bit. When this crack happened, Devon, um, how did you identify it, and how did you go about trying to remedy and sort out that situation?
Well, as I said, I was already preparing to do this video series, loading it on YouTube and Facebook on mental health issues, because before that I was already starting to feel the pressure of what's happening in my life with my wife and with my family. And so I just started to, and that's the thing with me. If I know there's a problem, I would read a lot. I read a lot, and I started to read certain things, and I started to get some information regarding what's actually happening. With Dr. Henry Cloud, which is the guy who wrote the book Boundaries, very important Christian psychologist. I was listening to him one day, and he said something which switched my mind, and that caused me to recognize, oh, this is what's happening to me, where he said that we need to normalize mental health issues. There's a difference between mental health issues and mental sickness, right? Mental sickness, you're talking about schizophrenia, and you're talking about
Yeah,
bipolar, and that you need to see a psychologist. But then he said, when you think about
yeah,
when they, as psychologists, when they diagnose mental health issues, then you will find it's things like
yeah.
mood problems and trauma, stresses, addiction to some sort of a substance, relationship struggles, um, food struggles, sleep struggles, sexual struggles. And then you would recognize, oh, that's what's actually going on with you. That's what's happening. That these are just the symptoms of what's going on with you. But then he says we need to normalize this because we've
Him
made this so
or
taboo
what
that
going on?
that's why men don't
But
talk.
he was
But
actually
it's
touching on some
it's
very
them. It's not here.
key
It's there
things,
out there. It's not with
important
us.
important things.
But
I
he
hope you
says it
can get
recognize. He says that
Devon
no, we
back,
need to recognize
because I would like
it's
to
with
hear
us.
more of what
It's happening
he's
here
actually saying.
with you.
It's quite exciting, guys. It's quite exciting. It's quite exciting. We're in fun times. So look, guys, as I said, Devon is a Christian, born again Christian, is a pastor, and he too, like me, experienced issues um, that were borderline catastrophic, but he managed at least to get help as soon as he can. I mean, he's, well, I'll call it self-medicated. He went ahead and he looked for ways to sort it out.
Yeah.
And yes, you're here.
Am I there? Am I
So
back?
so I was just saying that, yes, you're back. I was just saying that we 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 are fortunate that we were able to identify this situation and sort it out as soon as possible before it became catastrophic. I mean, there's a guy out there who doesn't even know that he's suffering from mental health issues, and nobody around him cares to tell him that something is wrong with you. You need to go get yourself checked out. So, Devin, what can you say to that guy? I know our talk today is not on the outline that we had, but I think we're hitting something here. What can you say to that guy?
I would say the first thing that we need to do as men is recognize all of these things that we experience. It's normal. It's not, you're not special in that sense of it's just you. It's not just you. So many of us who look, as clean for a guy to say, you know what, I want to just stop for a minute and just can you just give me a minute? Because our society tells men, just walk it off. Just walk it off. What do you mean you are not okay? No, it's you must deal with it and move on. And so society makes it not normal, but in reality it is normal. And that is every culture, every if you're a man, this is what we are experiencing. And they need to recognize that you are not alone, that all of us go through it at some point in our lives. Everyone is going, every man is going to go through this pressure. Every man is going to go through this where they feel insecure, where they feel like a failure, where they feel like they're not performing, where they feel like everything is against them, where they feel out of control. Every man is going through that. And that is the
So,
one thing that I want to start off by telling people. Just recognize that you are not alone. This is normal.
oh, guys, you were
This
saying
is
something
normal.
so strong, so important, and but you will get him back just now. I mean, he's touching on key things. Are you back?
I'm back. Are you back?
Yeah, no. This show. But you know what, Devon, I want to set up another appointment, a proper
Yeah.
appointment again. Maybe you must check your load shedding schedule. I must check mine, and then we look at that sweet spot in the middle because I think
Yeah.
there's so much that I think you and I
Yeah.
can really talk about concerning mental health. Because from honestly speaking, mental health is still a taboo within the church. You know,
It's a problem. That is the biggest
and
problem.
and yeah, and I mean, honestly speaking, there's a guy who came recently, and he was preaching about the whole thing of suicide, and I mean, we demonize mental health to a point where one, I believe in prayer wholeheartedly. I really believe in prayer, and I also believe in a church that is socially relevant. We need to be able to have these conversations. We can't sit in a church where men are abusing women and we keep quiet and we tell the women to pray about it. At some point we need to rise up and actually talk about it. We can't be sitting in a church where people are feeling suicidal and we just give them the remedy of prayer without even being there. We've got biblical counseling for a reason, and we need to be there for those people to talk to them. As a closing, I just want you to just encourage that guy, that man, that husband, that father, that brother who is now in a ditch and he does not know how to get out of it. Encourage him, and I want us to come back. You and I will converse offline, and we'll talk about how we can come back. But I want you to just talk to that guy. Tell him, maybe, I mean, there's someone out there, Devin, who's listening right now, who had already planned to kill themselves, and your voice might be the voice that really saves them. Tell them what you want to tell them, whatever's in your spirit.
I think the thing that I would say is this: um, you are valuable. You matter. You have something that no one else have, and then when you are gone, there's gonna be a void, and it's gonna be unfair for those left behind. You need to recognize that what's happening in your life is normal. You are not some strange being, struggling with stuff all by yourself. When we look throughout scripture, man, there's been people that's been depressed, but that dealt with it and understood that, oh, they are the same. David, Elijah, Judas, like I mentioned, Paul, even. And so recognize that you are not alone, and recognize that you actually have something to contribute to society, something to contribute to your family, to your wife, to your children. My goodness, you cannot leave them alone. There is no other way for them to thrive in the way that they should if you are gone. You are their protector. You are the one that they depend upon. No matter what society tells us that man is not needed anymore. No, you are needed. You matter and you are valuable. So I just want to encourage you with that. Just recognize. in yourself that you are important, and then get together with other men. It's so important. I know we don't talk as men, but it's time to get it out. It's time to talk to someone and get connected to some men in the church, outside of church, doesn't matter. As long as you are in a group of men and you know that everyone has that experience and everyone has gone through something, and that's when you recognize, oh, I'm not alone. Oh, there is hope. Oh, I'm going to get out of this. Because the men that you'll be in a group with will tell you, oh, I've been there, but I'm here now. And the others was like, oh, I'm also starting to go through that. And then everyone is in a different level, but then we help each other. We talk to each other. Communication with each other is going to be vital for your mental health. And so I just want to encourage you with that. Don't stop. Don't give up. Don't you dare do it.
Yeah.
You know, Paul said it like this: though I'm hard pressed, I'm not crushed. Though I'm perplexed, I'm not in despair. Though persecuted, I'm not forsaken, and though struck down, I'm not destroyed. And so I'm going to press on. You know, this is not your end. Excuse me. No, there is so much to you that this world and society, whatever, they cannot crush you because you were created to be the foundation anyway. And the foundation holds everything together anyway. So you're going to make it. You're going to be all right. Just get connected to other men and just be open, talk about it, and be free about it. And then you recognize, oh, everyone is also going through this. And then you'll find the hope. Then you'll find the strength to continue on. But you have to start with this fight, with this mindset that you are important. You really are, to your children, to your wife, to society, to people around your family. You matter more than you realize, more than you realize. And so please, please don't stop. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. You don't have the right to stop because of the anointing that's upon your life, because of the calling that is upon your life, because you are the man. You have no right to stop and to take your life because so many people are dependent on you. You matter. It's as simple as that. And so I want to encourage you with that. And hopefully we'll have another time to speak about these things and get more into detail so that we can have some handles and not just talk, but have handles for you to, all right, now I can do this. Let me try, let me do this and let me do that.
Mm.
Instead of just giving you information, we want to give you handles so that you can, do something about what's happening
Yeah.
in here because it's important that we do this, Pastor Tabo. It really is.
It is indeed, Devin. And let me tell you, Pastor Devin says you are important and you are not here by mistake, and you must not leave the world as you found it. You must leave it better than what you found it. And I'm glad you joined me, Pastor D, on this
Yeah.
show. I'm excited. Now I understand, dude. You're a busy person. You've got so much going on. Tell everyone where they can find you, social media. I know you've got a YouTube channel. Tell everyone how they can get hold of you, my man.
Yeah, thanks. So yeah, I have a YouTube channel, Lifestyle with Devon Goba. I'm also on Instagram, Devon Goba, and I share, small little snippets. There's full teachings on the YouTube channel for you to go and enjoy, because I am a Bible lecturer. So that's what I do. So I want to help you, and I want to empower you as much as possible. Because again, the Bible is all about mental health. That's why Paul said, God did not give you a spirit of fear, but power, love, and a sound mind, togetherness. And through the Holy Spirit,
Yeah.
you will be able to experience victory and joy. So go and check out some content there. And then, yeah, we'll continue to, get content out there as well. But I'm looking forward to the next time that me and Pastor Tabo come and talk to you guys, because this matters. This is very important.
It does. Yeah. No, thank you so much, Devin. I really appreciate your time. But we're gonna as soon as I'm done here, you and I are
Thank you very
talking,
much.
and we're doing something more formal, guys. I don't want to just be on screen and talk. I want to even have events for men come together and we talk, because I believe that our boys need us, our brothers need us. the Y chromosome crew needs us. So we need to come together and really do this thing. So thank you, Pastor Devon, and greet your wife and children for me. I hope it's still one child, must it?
Yes, still the one. It's coming. Don't worry, it's coming. The other one is
All right.
coming.
No,
But
perfect.
thank you so much.
Perfect.
Thank
There's
you
no
so
rush.
much for
There's
this
no rush.
opportunity.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pastor D. We'll talk soon, just now.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. God bless you.
Guys, I had the most incredible conversation with a good friend of mine, Pastor Devon Goba, and it is incredible. Like, you guys should hear this guy speak on the pulpit. You should hear this guy sing. He's anointed like no other. I remember the church that he goes to. I frequent. I used to frequent a lot. I think I'm gonna call them again, and I'm gonna come through now and again. But he blesses my heart every time he stands up to talk and to minister in music. So I'm hoping to do something fabulous with him, so that we can get the word out there. Remember, guys, you are not alone. Remember, you are not alone. Everyone is rooting for you. You may not see the people rooting for you, but everyone is actually rooting for you. We are saying, don't throw down or throw in the towel. You can't afford to give up. You can't afford to give up. If you give up, what must the rest of us do? Because we can't do what you're good at. Keep on doing what you're doing. At the end of the day, Jesus Christ loves you. He created you for a reason. You are here to serve his purpose, and you can't die before you fulfill it. Just keep pushing as much as you can. If you feel like you're struggling, contact other men, talk to them. They are there. We are there to ensure that you can cry in front of us and no one will know you cried, and we will help you through. So thank you so much, Pastor Devon, for joining me. I'm hoping to have my second guest as well joining me soon, because I was looking forward to having two guests, but I'm gonna push to have them both here so that we can have this conversation, because the other one is the founder of I Am That Man Foundation. So I'm looking also forward to hear what he has to say. So guys, thank you so much for joining us. This is your show, the Y chromosome roundtable. This is where we talk about mental health issues, where men discuss men's mental health. We go deep into it, we dissect it. And listen, guys, I think I'm not going to just talk about mental health. We're going to talk about everything that has to do with a man, including relationships, including whatever that needs to be done. We're going to talk about it, guys. We need to stand together and build a nation that we really can be proud of. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again very soon. I don't know when, maybe next week or maybe tomorrow, day after. I don't know, but I'm hoping to see you soon. This is your host, Mr. Thabo Paul August Gagadebo Pongano Mthimkhulu Mashiya Mahle kwangathi azawushumayela umafuza afulele kwelifu lemvula. Thank you so much for being patient with me. Thank you so much for joining us. Adios. Have a fabulous time. Bye-bye. I always have to wait. Sharp, guys. Have a fabulous afternoon and enjoy.